Shalom, this is Amonute Tayac of Piscataway, Sophia Spiritualite, the AmaruKhan Miriyam, and I just wanted to make a little video checking in about some of the events that have happened over the last few days. I have a very unique perspective that was revealed to me, so I wanted to share some of that in a little video here. So first I'll tell you, I've got this incense going, so all the haters and whoever, you're not supposed to get this message. You're hereby banished. This is the incense that I have. Shika Moza. If you see this at your local Middle Eastern smoke shop, this stuff smells amazing. It's got oud in it, so it definitely puts you on a royal-like feeling. So I just want to bring a few events together and tie them up celestially for you all, so you understand kind of what's going on. So they had this complete destruction in Acapulco of that whole it's been destroyed by a Category 5 hurricane, and that was shortly after the new moon, before the full moon eclipse, but after the new moon eclipse, solar eclipse. So I had made a video the other day talking about Professional Victims Unit number 2 and how they were going to be warned to leave us alone. And so I'll just expand on that a little bit more. If you guys don't know, there's like basically an invasion at the southern border, right? And in this invasion, there's a lot of, people from South America coming up. Now, these quote unquote South Americans are part of this same group of imitators who are in the Professional Victims Unit number 2. And so these people that are coming up, they're being positioned to fight us again. Now, whatever native, quote unquote, tribe that you believe you belong to, please go and look up some of the history of the tribe and how they were integrated and stuff like that. What I found out about my tribe, and the reason that we don't have quote unquote native names, is because that we converted to Christianity in like the 1600s. So we wouldn't have native names. We'd have Christian names, which is why we have Christian names. And so this whole thing of you have to have a native name is even, you may have a native name, like I have a secret name, but you may not, because everybody wasn't given a native name, because so many of us converted to Christianity. What you would have is probably the name of a martyr, which would make more sense, a Christian name. So, but when I looked up my tribe, the Piscataway tribe, it was evident to me that we had problems with other tribes. And so when these other tribes would come in, what they would do is tribes from further south, like the Powhatans, they aligned with the English, the British, and they fought us. And so this is what they're trying to do again with this invasion from the southern border. They're trying to bring in these quote unquote natives and who are quote unquote native to this land. And they look just like the quote unquote natives who are in Professional Victims Unit number 2. And they're positioning these people to fight us just like they did when they took over our land and our tribes the first time. So this storm in Acapulco was a warning for them to stop sending their race warriors up here to fight us, because they're not going to be fighting us. We're not going to be we cannot fight this battle. This is not a battle for us to fight. This is called karma. things have to be put back in place. The people who are native to this land, these North American lands, have to be put back into place. There's no getting around it. You can't, this cannot continue the way that it is. We have to be put back in place. If I'm the Tayac, then I got to be put back in place over my kingdom. There's no getting around it. There's no other way to explain that. And so that's what's going to happen. And so Professional Victims Unit number 2 knows this. And so they're positioning their cousins, their people to come in and fight us. And they're not going to be fighting us. They're not going to fight us because we don't fight. We don't need to fight. All we have to do is observe, and our spirit team will take care of what needs to be taken care of. We don't have to do anything. Only dog we have in this fight is to get back what was owed to us, and that is what we will do. So that's what that thing in Acapulco was. It was a warning unto these people that they will be utterly destroyed if they continue to send their race warriors up here. Now, because these are race warriors, it's just that the Gentiles believe that they're coming to fight them, but they don't understand that there's more of us than there are of them, because they've been lied to so much. They think that they're coming to fight them. No, they're coming to fight us, and they're not going to be able to fight us because, I'll get to that. So that was a warning. Now remember, that was after the new moon and before the full moon eclipse. So last night, right after, shortly following after the full moon eclipse, the lunar eclipse, we had two things happening. And I just wanted to bring these up. Number one, you had Matthew Perry. He died in a jacuzzi, age 54, somewhere in California. And then you also had a mass MS in Ybor City, just outside of Tampa in Florida. So let me start with Ybor City. I don't know if I'm even saying that right. It's Ybor. Ybor City is like one of the very first cities in this country that was by all foreigners. And these foreigners came from south of the border, South America. They came up here to, they was rolling cigars. So it was like the cigar rolling capital of this country at the time. Now, mind you, I won't go into that right now. I'll come back to that. So, but this was an all immigrant city. There was no Negroes was there, no quote unquote natives, only immigrants. The same ones that are coming up from the southern border right now. So there's popcorn everywhere. 18 people were allegedly taken out or taken down. And this was a very horrific event, of course. But if you look at the location, so first you had a total destruction by nature in this Category 5 hurricane in Acapulco. Then you have this terror event of a quote-unquote foreign town in Florida. This was on the day of the new moon, full moon eclipse. And so as far as that is concerned, just to put those two things together, this is a warning unto these people, these race warriors that are coming up from across the border. You all need to return. There's not going to be no deportation. You need to return back to where you came from voluntarily. Go back to where you came from. I don't know where that is, but it's not here. And you need to take all of your Professional Victims Unit number 2 folks with you. Nobody's going to stop y'all from leaving. Go across that border the same way you came in. Take all the PV2 unit people with you too, who have been working this freezer magic against us, which I'll get into that in a minute. Take all of those people with you. It's time for y'all to go. Okay? So this was your warning from the Most High. very gracious of him to warn y'all. It's time to go, because you're going to be met with complete destruction from nature, and you're also going to be met with massive amounts of popcorn all over the place. So this is your warning. And now I'm putting in a ley line, so you cannot say you were not warned. You must leave. Take your cousins and all y'all folks, and y'all got to go. Okay? Same way y'all came in, those borders are totally wide open. Go right back out the same way. Go settle back down wherever you came from, wherever your ancestors came from, because y'all know where y'all come from. Go right back down where you came from. Start up a new life, and pray that the Most High repent. Obviously, pray that the Most High does not completely and utterly destroy you anyway for what you've done to us, which is out of my hands. That's one. The second thing let's talk about Perry for a minute. This ties into number one. Matthew Perry was born in Massachusetts. So now remember, our beloved brother Metacomet, King Philip, was massacred in Massachusetts on Thanksgiving Day, which is just about a month away. And so you have Matthew Perry dying in a hot tub a month later, a month prior to Metacomet's murder. Okay. Matthew Perry actually was born in Massachusetts, but he was raised in Canada, and he went to school with Trudeau, and he actually his mom worked for Trudeau or something. They were very much knowing each other. So it's my suspicion that Matthew Perry was removed as a warning to Trudeau to release the information that he has about who we are, because a lot of our people were up in that area when it was warmer, before, I guess, the Ice Age or whatever, and then we actually came down. Smell good? Good? Okay. All right. So, yeah, it's hot. You can't touch it. So, Trudeau has a lot of information about who we are, who our people are, what we look like, and all of that. And they've been faking the funk on a lot of stuff about that up there. And so this was a warning to Trudeau to release the information, do what you've been told, release the information about who we are, who the real people are, and stop messing around. This was a warning. Because that eclipse, the very end part of it, you could see in Massachusetts. So I knew something up there would be activated. I wasn't expecting this, obviously, because it's any death it's horrible. You don't want to see people dying unnecessarily. However, this is the only way to get some of these people's attention, and so the Most High does what He has to do, and it's really outside of our hands how that plays out all the way. And so this is yet another warning to Professional Victims Unit number 2, because Professional Victims Unit number 1 is done. If you can't tell, all kinds of people are like, they're innocent people there. No, none of them are innocent people. What? No innocent people live in that place? None? So, yeah. Professional Victims Unit number 1 is done. Lot's son number 1 is done. Now, another son of Lot is going to have to be, they're going to have to face the music. And what else I wanted to say about that is that it's not that you can go to the BIA, the Bureau of Indian Americans, or whatever they call it, and get money. That's not how it works. What it is they have settlements. These tribes of people have banded together and sued the government. And when they sued the government, they got a settlement. And so I'm putting this into the ley line because I want people to understand a lot of people right now are going to have you looking in a lot of other different directions. They want you to look at being Hebrew. They want you to look at being this, being that, taking on the Catholic Church or whoever. They want you to look all over the place for where your, where how you're going to be restored. But I'm putting it in a ley line. These people need to stop. If they're not going to tell people the truth for free, how to restore themselves, they cannot continue to post on the internet. They need to stop it, because it's not fair to be giving people all these. People are already confused enough. You can't keep giving people all this information and not telling them how to use it. It's unfair. It's unfair. And so that's another reason I'm telling these people they have to stop. Stop confusing people. Stop trying to fleece the flock. All these people out here trying to tell people how to use their God power, this power, their that power, their history, their all that. No, what needs to happen, what would be best, is if we as Negro Americans banded together of all the history, all the data that's available, plus what Trudeau is going to give us, and force the federal government to recognize us as indigenous, and under that designation as indigenous, not indigo or whatever the crap I heard this people. No. Recognize us as indigenous to the land. If we are recognized as an indigenous to this land, then we can sue them as indigenous persons to this land. And no, we can't find our records. They're just going to have to accept the people who claim it, because they're the ones who destroyed all the records. We don't have the records today because the federal government destroyed the records. They have the records. They know who we are. And if we don't come together and file a collective lawsuit against the federal government for violating our rights as indigenous persons and not fairly compensating us, nothing will ever happen. The problem is, a lot of people have been told that they don't have to do anything, that things are just going to be restored to them without having to take any action. And that is not true. You will have to do something. You do have to make an effort. I see. Looks good. You do have to make an effort. You do have to do something. There's no thing that's going to be restored to you without doing something. I hate to tell y'all that. I know that's not what y'all want to hear. Y'all have to do something. You cannot just sit back and wait for the government to give you your rainbow currency or whatever these few people are telling you. It is not going to happen. And if it does happen, it's only going to happen because someone like me is out here taking the action to make it happen for other people. So it is my request that people stop doing all this fake stuff that's not going to work, and actually step up and do something that's going to actually solve the problem, and stop leading these people down a path that doesn't make any sense. It does not make any sense to sit back and wait for the government to just hand you over some money. It does not make any sense. It's insane. It's pure insanity. Get off your hind parts and do something. Whatever it is, you need to do something. It's not just sitting back and waiting for the angels to come or whoever to come. They're already here. Your whole spirit team is already here. But if you don't do anything, they're not going to do anything either. It requires you to take action. This is an active player game, okay? People who say this is a hologram or whatever, it's an active player hologram. So the only way that something's going to happen is if you go out and do something. If you sit back and you wait for someone else to do it for you, it may never happen. It might, but it might not. Only thing you're going to get results from is the things that you take action for. So what I am tired of seeing, and what I am commanding these people to stop, is to stop selling people things where they don't have to do anything. They can just sit back behind a computer screen and never take any action. No, you need to take action. Whatever it is you want in life, you need to actually take action towards it. If you get an idea, if the Spirit gives you an idea on something you should do, you need to do it. You cannot sit back and wait for the thing to magically come to you. It will not. I'm really overwhelmed with these people doing this stuff, because it's wrong. It's really wrong to tell people that they're going to get something for doing nothing. That's not how it works. And fasting and praying is important, but you still have to go out and take the action towards what you want. Studying and all of that is good, but it's a lot of stuff that you can't find in books. I didn't figure any of this stuff out from books. I was looking and asking the Spirit, and I started putting it together, and I was like, oh, this is a warning to them. They thought the people are looking for the warning to be towards the Middle East, but they don't understand the warning is towards these race warriors that are coming here to fight us again, like they've been doing. And it's not going to end well for them. So I'm politely asking them to stop, because it's not going to end well for them. They should not be participating in this kind of behavior. Let's let's do something else that's more valuable, more meaningful with our lives than sit back, sit up, and fight people like me, who have power that I don't even understand. So I wouldn't be fighting me. I just wouldn't recommend that. And so, this is just yet another prediction that I made that is, it seemed far-fetched when it came up, but it's absolutely the direction that things are going. These people are going to have to reveal who we are. They're going to have to reveal it, and then we're going to have to come together and file a suit against the federal government and against the monarchy for what they owe us from what they stole, all the lands that they stole in their wars, all of our people that they killed, all of our history that they erased. They're gonna have to compensate us for that. And so we can band together and get our money, but you're gonna have to be ready to work when it comes up. I'm not leading this cause. I'm only putting it out there that that's what's gonna have to be done. And so people can start to wrap their minds around the fact that they are going to have to do some work. Work is required. Make today amazing. That's what my shirt says. Make today amazing. The only way you can make it amazing is if you get out there and get to work. And I'll mention one more thing. There's a location you may want to ask your spirit team to take you to, your guardian angel. It's either the location is 1.1001.1.1001, or it's 1.1111.1.1111. I'll tell you my experience with this. I asked my spirit team to take me to this location. I had a dream, and in the dream, it was trying to get me to enter inside a building that I knew I shouldn't enter in one of my old church. And it's a I don't even believe it's a church, to be honest, at this point. But they tried to get me to enter inside there, and I would not enter. Even though they really tried their best to trick me into entering, I would not enter. And so I went back to sleep, and I said, take me to this place. And in the second dream, it was like very much like a place where it almost seemed like the people who have been stealing my energy and harvesting me here in this country, not the ones who are over there in the other country, were forced to return to me what was owed to me. Trying to do it with pride, but still returning it nonetheless. And so you will have to, hopefully you've done the work before you ask. Hopefully you've done the work so that when you're taken, if you're not taken to the right place in the first time, because remember, if this is like a game, they don't want you to get to these locations. These are like, you have to fight a boss, like in a video game. We used to play Sonic. You have to fight the boss before you can get to the next level. And so I feel like the first dream was like fighting the boss. And I was able to make it to the next level because I was successful. Meaning I saw the trap was going into church. And I did not enter, even though what they did was pretty awful. They made it seem like there was a mass shooting inside the church, even though I didn't hear the gunshots. They were doing a father-daughter dance, so a bunch of girls and men were, doing a dance, and I heard the song. And then after that, I did not hear any shots, but my dad was with me, who was never been with me in my dreams because I don't spend that much actual physical time with him. I would talk to him on the phone. That would have made more sense. So it was kind of like, it's something that set me off. Like, I wouldn't be with him beside him at that church. We would be on the phone or something. Anyway, he ran inside and I saw my sister in there. I don't know what was going on, but I was still standing outside because I was like, I need to evaluate what's going on before I rush into this place. And I already know that I don't supposed to go in there. And so I feel like I was able to conquer that level. And so I was able to be shown whatever it was at this location. I went to the location that was 1.1111.1.1111. 10 ones. And if you've been watching my videos, you may remember that a sister actually had a phone number call her with 10 ones. And that's how I realized, oh, that's a location. It never occurred to me that was a location. So we got an actual phone call from that location, I would say about 2 months ago. And so when I heard someone else, the video's not public, so I can't share it. But when I heard this person say, okay, go to this location, I was like, wait a minute, I'm not supposed to go to that location. I got the location I'm supposed to go to about 2 months ago. I just didn't realize it was a location. And so that's where I went. That's where I asked to be taken. And it was very much a luxury type of experience. It was very interesting. And so this is to say that the freezer spells, if you don't know, this is another sort of trending kind of topic. I'll just throw this in here last. If you don't know, in LA, there's been a almost like a cereal popcorn or cereal MM of black women being taken out and put into freezers. And somebody on Twitter had said, well, what is this about these black women? What kind of spell is this that these black women are being put into freezers? Much like the Kanisha, the girl who was, put in a freezer in Chicago. And so what I realized is that that's a freezer spell. They're trying to put our women back to sleep with a blood sacrifice and putting us in the freezer. So this whole thing about black women trying to convince us to take ourselves out, trying to 988 ourselves. I was talking about that the other day. All of this has been because they are doing spell work on us, on our women, to try to get us to take ourselves out so that we will not receive this restoration that's coming. And so just know that you are not crazy. I know people always say, like when I got that healing, oh, there's nobody doing black magic on you the way that you think. No, there is. It's just that it's covered up. It's cloaked in my energy because these people are pretending to be us. So it looks like me sabotaging myself when it's really somebody else cloaked in my energy sabotaging me. So it makes me look like I'm doing it to myself when I am not. It's someone who's cloaked in my energy that's doing it to me. So it looks like it's self-sabotage. See, this is another way they just try to make you think you're crazy. No, people are cloaking themselves in your energy. Remember all the ways I told you they can do that. They got your mother's placenta. They've got pictures of you on their altar. They've got your hair. They've got blood samples. They've got your kid stuff. They've got everything about you on their altar somewhere. They're cloaking themselves in your energy, coming and attacking you, and so it looks like you're attacking yourself. In reality, it's not that. It's not you attacking yourself. It's literally them attacking you in your energy. So you look like, oh, you're just self-sabotaging. No, you're not self-sabotaging. There's somebody cloaked in your energy. And unless you're a very advanced spiritual worker, you may not notice that. So And if you don't know yourself, like me, I know I'm not attacking myself, but I do know there's people who are trying to cloak themselves in my energy, especially me being who I am. Of course, there's people trying to cloak themselves in my energy and convince me to take me out. Especially when it's on my chart, when the time in my chart to attack me like that is. That's the best time. Like me, and now I'm in I got the 5 of Swords in, or 7 of Swords, 5 or 7 of Swords energy right now. So of course now would be the time when they would send some agents, some feathered agents after me to try to take me out, because that's the time period that I'm in. I got to fight these people twice a year. So twice a year they dip into my energy and they try to convince me to take myself out, have me make mistakes, have me get involved with stuff that I shouldn't be involved with, bring back all of my, all the things that I've done that I'm less than proud of, throw that stuff in my face and try to convince me that, hey, I don't deserve to be here, let me just go. That can never work on me ever again, because I know what y'all are doing. I know how y'all are doing it. I'm aware. I'm no longer in, a confusion about how this thing goes. No, this is somebody else cloaking themselves in my energy, trying to convince me that it's something I did is wrong. No, y'all can't cloak yourselves in my energy anymore. I'm in full control of my energy. And when you do try to cloak yourselves in my energy or my friends and family energy, I recognize it's not them instantly. And I'm like, something's wrong with this. It's no more like the dream I had with my dad. I'm saying I would never have a dream with my dad and I together in a dream. That would be weird because I talk to him on the phone. We're not in the same place at the same time. Very rarely. Now, dreams with my mom in it, my sister, yeah, all the time, because we're always together. And even they tried that where they sent a fake version of my mom and a fake version of my aunt into my dream. And I was like, who are y'all? Y'all don't belong here. I remember that. Y'all don't belong here. I don't know who y'all are, but y'all are not the people. I recognize them. So I can read the spirit. And I just told somebody this the other day, and they were very upset because they said to me, I was judging them because, like, I said that they're not doing the work. And I said, I don't have time to be worried about whether you're doing the work or not. I have way too much stuff going on. All I'm doing is reflecting back to you the energy that you're putting out. And obviously, the work that you're doing is not the right work. You could be doing a lot of work, but it could be all wrong. And that's what it is. And I'm like trying to tell her what you're working on is not necessary. You need to focus on this over here, which will be more valuable for you. But instead, she focus on something else. So, hey, that's on you, sis. I don't have nothing to do with that. I try to tell people, I try to be nice about stuff, but at some point I just can't. I'm just exhausted. I'm physically exhausted. So I cannot be nice when I'm physically exhausted, which is why I don't try to talk to people. I haven't made any videos. I haven't recorded the prayers. I try not to do too much stuff when I'm physically exhausted because I know people get offended at my physical exhaustion because I don't have no ability to filter who I am, what I am when I'm tired, which I keep trying to tell people and it just goes over their head. They keep trying to force me to do stuff, but it's like, no, I'm tired. I can't do this. Like, I have to get myself back in order before I can engage with you. Otherwise, you're going to be mad at me because I don't have a filter when I'm tired. And I know that, so I just try not to engage people when that happens. But, almost doesn't count with some of these people. So yeah, they've been trying to do freezer spells to us as a whole. Individually, they've been trying to do stuff to you. The good thing about that is once you are able to once you're out of that energy, you're given a new set of DNA codes. They give you a new set of all light codes, whatever that apply to you. And that old stuff don't even work no more. So all that stuff that they set up, all that work they went through to get your blood samples and your placenta, your blood type may change. And they think they're working on the blood of your blood. It's like, no, it's my old blood. I got updated blood type. I don't know if that's how it works, though. I'm not a medical professional. I'm just saying, like, you could literally be changed. Like, change. And your DNA, for sure, they give you a new DNA code. Your guardian angel has the key to that, to give you a new DNA code. So once you have done a certain amount of work, you've reached a certain level. That's why they've been pushing us so hard, so fast, because once you get the new DNA code, they can't affect you anymore. This is what I was trying to tell my friend. Like, you need to do the work on yourself so that you can get a new set of codes. Once you get a new set of codes, all this old stuff, it's not gonna have it's not gonna mean anything to you. And when I say they have brought the most asinine stuff, like I was talking the other day about the guy and my friends and all that, like they bring the most asinine stuff up to you, like, okay, maybe this will work. Like, no, it's not gonna work. Are you guys crazy? Not only do I not care about these people at all whatsoever, something they have not done no work. They're still the same old people they was 20 some 30 some years ago. Do you think I want to be affiliated with the same old people from 30 years ago doing the same stuff they've been doing for 30 years? Absolutely not. I'm sorry. Some people are okay with that. I'm not okay with that. I'm not okay with that. So I just say all this to say that this a lot of secrets are going to be revealed. A lot of secrets about yourself are going to be revealed. And what you want to do is really take the time to integrate that information, to process it. Do not be slow to react. And also just know that if you've gotten the upgrade, if you were in the right, and so there was a point where the world froze. I believe that this point was the start of this war with the professional victims unit and whoever those people are over there. I do believe that that's when the freeze point was, where everybody was scanned to see where their heart was. And so all you're gonna see from here on out is people doubling down on whatever side they're on. The people who are pro-Palestinian, the people who are pro-Israel, they're just gonna double down on who they are. And that's fine. Those people are gonna be stuck. Those people are still in the matrix. They're going to be bound to the terms and the conditions of the matrix. The people who are on the side of life, like, preserve life. Like, there's innocent people dying on both sides. How about we not have innocent people die on both sides? How about we actually let people live and get their karma? Because imagine if you're taken out at this time, then you don't get an opportunity to fulfill your karma, and so you have to come back and do it again. So this whole taking people out is really messing up, because now you got to come back and try it again. And so everybody has been evaluated. Everybody's heart has been tested. And so if you're on whatever side you're on, you'll notice people are just going to dig down deeper. And me, I'm still digging down deep into the side of life. Preserve life. Why are these people being murdered? Period. On either side. There's no need for this. Y'all are all arguing over stolen land. Why y'all arguing over stolen land? Why are y'all fighting over stolen? It's all about stolen land. All of the wars all over this planet are about land that was stolen from our people. So why are y'all so mad? We supposed to be the ones who are mad, and we're over here like, hey, can we just get a few bucks? Gas, food, all this stuff is high. I had the reason I shared the pictures for my daughter's party is because y'all know I have no resources. And yet she had a really nice party. I didn't have to come on here and beg. None of that stuff. All the kids had a good time. She had her outfit and all of that stuff that she wanted. I don't understand the theme of the party and all of that with the monsters, and it's a monster party. I don't get that. That's just me. But I'm not into that kind of stuff. That's fine. But yeah, that's why I showed the pictures to show the Most High comes through. When you don't have nothing, the Most High will still come through for you. And he did. He came through. It's a miracle. To me, I see it as a miracle. A complete and total 100% miracle that I could not have done without you guys' prayers. And so I thought that was important, to show that the Most High is showing up in ways that, they can't be quantified. So I said all that to say this. Please Watch your energy. Watch your reactions. It's going to be a lot of secrets revealed. A lot of stuff that's in the dark is going to come to light. A lot of stuff within yourself, they're going to try to bring it up and throw it in your face. You could just reject it and say, that's not me. I'm not that person anymore. You know? I mean, that made me, they brought something up to me that was like, I was like, so y'all think I'm going to leave my whole situation I got here and go looking for some random person that I haven't seen in like 7 years? Like, I'm just trying to figure out what sense this makes. It don't make no sense because they don't have no more options. This is it. They don't have anything else. All they can do is bring up this crap and make you think, okay. Like, even the whole thing with the other guy. I'm like, so y'all want me to, like, bail on the situation that I'm in and, like, go find this, like, person? Like, help make it make sense. Make it make sense. That doesn't make any sense. So they weren't able to get me to participate in any of this mess. And I'm sure that they're very upset about that because I just said, ooh, like, no, I'm not. Not only no, but hell no. That's what the sister says. Not only no, but heck no. I'm not involving myself in none of this. Y'all are crazy. Wow, this is what y'all got. Y'all running out of ideas. Is this all y'all got? This is all y'all got. Y'all are really running like on E. Y'all light is on. You know, in your gas tank, your light is on. You need to go to the gas station and get some more gas because your light is on, man. You on fumes. If that's all y'all got to, that's what y'all got. Y'all got fumes. Fumes. That is really that's them freezer spells ain't working. Stop killing our women for no reason. They're not working. It does not work. It does not work. It's not working. Okay. Stop taking our women out for no reason. You're just building up more karma for yourself. So professional victims unit number 1 is done. Professional victims unit number 2 about to be exposed like y'all never seen. Don't say I didn't tell you. I'm warning you right now. You're going to see these people leaving in droves. I don't know what is going to cause them to leave, but I'm not going to tell you what I see. I'm telling you, they're going to be leaving in droves. They're going to have to leave everything they own to us, the real people who are indigenous to this land. Not natives. Indigenous. It's a big difference. I'm not a native. I'm an indigenous person. I was here first. Period. And there's a lot of people who say they're indigenous, they're natives, they're American Indians, whatever they are, that's fine and well. But the Most High is the one who's sending people heart to heart, place to place. Because number one, if you are truly a person who's indigenous to this planet, you will not want to see people die for no reason. You will do whatever it takes to preserve life. But you have a code. And when they break the code, then they have to go. So you have a moral code. And a lot of these people, they don't have a moral code. They don't care about people dying. They kill people and they don't care. They take innocent life. They abuse people and they don't care. Look, my light went out. Ooh. Okay. My candle went out. That's enough for me. All right, shalom, everybody. We'll see y'all in the next video.